Most people who come to Arugam Bay come for the surf, and honestly, we get it. It's home to one of the best right-hand surf breaks in all of Asia, consistently ranking among the top surf spots in the world. And every year between June and August, it becomes one of the most electric beach towns in Southeast Asia. But we didn't come during the season. We came in late April, just before everything wakes up. And what we found was a completely different place. Quieter, more raw, and in a lot of ways, far more interesting. First initial thoughts is that Arugam Bay is almost like a strange mix between Ahangama and Hiriketia. I don't know if you've been to both of those places, but Ahangama has like this massive main strip, and then they've got all these shops, and on the other side is like the beach, and that's where you hang. It's very similar here, like it's got a main strip, it's got all the shops, and then on the other side is the beach. Yeah. And then it's kind of got the vibe of Hiri, almost like the cute little town vibe. Here's what makes Arugam Bay unlike anywhere else we visited in Sri Lanka. The town essentially has two lives. There's the season, when the swell arrives, the restaurants open, the surfers flood in, and the main strip becomes a party that runs until August. And then there's everything else. Most of the businesses here don't just close out for season, they disappear completely. Different owners, different names, sometimes completely different locations when they return. The town rebuilds itself from scratch every single year, which means the recommendations you get from one visit might be completely useless the next. Oh my God, Tice, there's coffee. Oh my God. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
That's good.
Coffee.
Coffees, please. What would you like?
I get a double espresso.
Can I please have... I'll get a double espresso with a bit of hot milk. Thank you. Beautiful. Double macchiato. We've been loving the cortados here too. Cortados and piccolos everywhere. Because they still get very confused between lattes, flat whites, cappuccino. You order a large cappuccino wanting a double shot, and then it comes in like a glass this big with like 90% milk. Not good. Not good for the deficit.
These guys just opened this coffee cart here, and I reckon one of the best coffees in Arugam Bay. So if you're around this area, we'll put the name up. Come and check it out. Yeah, and it opens at 6 a.m. No one else is open at 6 a.m. So if you want an early coffee before a surf, come here.
Nido and Sujay just started their first business together, a coffee cart, open from 6 a.m. because surfers were heading out every morning with nowhere to get their coffee first. It's a small idea, but in a town where most things only exist for 3 months of the year, choosing to open something, to show up every morning, to build something with your name on it, that's not small at all.
Beautiful. Things just take a little bit longer in Sri Lanka, and I think it's because, well, everyone says it's island time over here, and it's kind of seeped into us. So even today we're running a little bit late, so we're getting a bit too relaxed. Usually we're bang on time, aren't we?
We're pretty good.
We're pretty good.
Now we're 20 minutes late.
We're 20 minutes late. Little change of plans. Like I said, everything runs on island time, so the gym isn't open as per usual. So we decided to come check out this temple. It's one that I don't think a lot of people come visit, but it might be worth it. It's pretty beautiful. Walk up here, they have all these statues, I think of the Buddha, and it's 2,000 years old, and it was built on these sand dunes. So Abby isn't dressed for the temple, so she's gonna stay behind. But I thought I'd just come check it out and see what it looks like.
That temple Tice visited wasn't in any guidebook. We only found it because we looked it up on our phones the morning we arrived. And that's honestly how so much of this trip has worked. You're somewhere new, something catches your eye, you search it, and you go. It sounds simple, but it only works if you actually have data. And I'll be honest, out of everywhere we've been in Sri Lanka, Arugam Bay has easily the worst Wi-Fi, like genuinely so bad. So having 5G through our Holofly eSIM was a bit of a godsend out here. No swapping SIM cards at the airport, no relying on whatever the hotel is offering. You just set it up in 2 minutes before you leave home, lock it in for your arrival date, and you have data the second you touch down. Holofly covers 200 plus destinations
destinations with unlimited data, no hidden costs, and always on feature giving you 1 gigabyte backup across 70 plus destinations when your eSIM expires. You can also subscribe to the Whole of Fly plans that covers 160 plus destinations if you're away for a longer stretch or multiple countries. Link is in the description, and use our code FITNOMADS to get you 5% off the eSIMs and 10% off Whole of Fly plans for the first 12 months. Genuinely one of those things that makes traveling so much easier.
So if you are looking for a beautiful place to stay, we highly recommend Villa Del Mar. We are staying here at the moment. It's got 8 or so rooms in a villa, so I'm sure you could hire out the entire villa. Otherwise, you can just hire out the individual rooms. They're super lovely. The staff are just beyond lovely, and it's in a really good position because it's kind of tucked away from the hustle and bustle. So I can imagine that when it's peak season, there'd be a lot of parties and all of that, like along the main road. So this is really, really, really well situated. And apparently they do yoga up on this awesome rooftop, which we love. Super affordable as well. So we will definitely pop the info that you need on the screen here. We'll do a little tour for you so you can see what the place is like.
Yeah.
And we'd absolutely recommend staying here for sure.
Yeah, and I got to introduce you to the guy who runs this place as well, Karim. He's an absolute legend. If I get a snippet, I'll put it in here. And also they do laundry across the road, and he let me have his surfboard.
Yeah, what a legend.
Such legends, honestly.
Yeah, we love it.
I love it.
Honestly, it's got a bit of a community feel. Like we were walking to the gym today and everyone was saying hi.
Yeah, like
Stopping.
we had dinner, the place we had dinner at last night, the guy who served us stopped his scooter, wanted to have a big chat. And
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's so good. We love it.
Yeah, Tice is heading for a surf. How are you feeling?
Cowabunga. Nah, I'm feeling good. Let's do it. Let's go.
Arugam Bay has 3 main surf breaks: the Main Point, the Second Point, and Peanut Farm. The Main Point is the one that made this place so famous. A long right-hander that on a good day rivals anything in Southeast Asia. It works best during the season when the swell is consistent, but even in the shoulder months like April, the surf is still running.
Honestly, guys, there is nothing better than a morning coffee after a workout or a big surf in Tice's case. We have found the best coffee here as well. So many people recommended this place. It's called Cafe. There's one in Ahangama as well. I think there's actually a couple all over Sri Lanka. The coffee's delicious, the milk is fantastic, and you absolutely need to come here. I think it opens at 8 a.m. every day and shuts at 4 p.m, so add that to your list for sure. Funnily enough, one of the best things about Arugam Bay is how you get here and what you might actually see on the way. We were blown away. We've seen so many Instagram posts about this famous Yala National Park road, the highway where all of the elephants walk along, and we'd never been able to experience it. But we were driving to Arugam Bay from Hangama, and it stopped us in the middle of the road. There were 2 giant elephants, wild elephants, just in the middle of the highway, and it was so freaking cool. We tried to catch some on video, so we'll pop it up on screen here. We didn't want to get trampled, so we were quick to go by. But honestly, Arugam Bay is probably one of the hardest places to reach in Sri Lanka, because if you're coming from Colombo, it takes around 8 hours to drive. You have to go either inland or all the way down south and then back up. We came from Hangama and it took us 5 hours to get here. And driving is really the only way that you can get here. There are probably buses, but probably wouldn't recommend it if I'm being honest, because they are a little sketchy, and yeah, I'm just wouldn't do that. So the best bet is to hire your own car like we did, or you could also get a private driver or like a tour or something to get your way here too.
Abby, when she doesn't order properly, gets very jealous, and she's just asked to...
Mine's so small compared to Tyson.
Yeah, Abby's just saying hers is so small compared to mine. Hey, she'll get some, of course, because I'm a lovely person. I'll share. One thing, we've come back here a couple of times, and the reason why is what we were saying before, not all the restaurants are open, and this one, Hideaway, seems to be the best one. The food last night was absolutely incredible. We had chicken and rice, we had this cauliflower like salad thing, it was epic, and then seared tuna, which is, obviously you get a lot of tuna around here because we're on the ocean. But one really interesting thing we heard was lots of the restaurants around here only open during the season, and they only rent during the season. So then every season there's different restaurants that pop up, and it's so strange because there's only really 8 places that stay open all year round, and then new ones open. So like we got all these recommendations and we went down the street and none of them were open, and not just they weren't open, they didn't exist anymore. So I think you need the recommendations as you're here, or you can come to Hideaway, which will always be here. Plus there's a lot of these places that are kind of like franchises that are in the south of Sri Lanka as well, that are also here, and I'm sure they will stick around. So places like Salty Swami, Miori, Shady Lane, which is one of our favourite breakfast spots, brunch spots, they're all here. So when you come during the season, you can always check them out.
Oh,
Good.
that's my fave.
Welcome. Look at this. This is the type of service you get at Villa Del Mar. And I got to introduce you to Karim. This is Karim.
Nice to meet you.
This guy is the manager here, and he is the best guy. He'll help you organise everything. He'll organise a tuk-tuk for us this afternoon.
Yeah.
Super lovely. Lent me a surfboard. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Always appreciate you that.
And he's always laughing.
You still like the world.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
Karim grew up in Arugam Bay. Like a lot of people from small towns, he left for a while. He worked in the big smoke and experienced a kind of different pace of life. But then he came back. Not because he had to, but because he wanted to. He's raising his 4 boys here, surrounded by his family, in a place where he says people are more relaxed, life is quieter, and he feels safe. There's something in the way that he talks about this town that makes you realise how differently he sees it compared to the surfers who roll through every summer. To them, it's a destination, but to Karim, it's just home.
He's so little, he's skinny. If we got any food, you can see his rib cage. Breaks my heart. Breaking my heart a little bit. There's a little puppy and you can see his rib cage. I just want to, like if we were in Thailand, I'd just go straight to a chicken shop and buy a whole chicken and give it to the dog. But we're not. We're in Sri Lanka. Come on down. We're going to go to the peanut farm. Well, not the farm, this is peanut farm beach. Everyone's out surfing. We're just going to go down and have a cheeky little look. I actually don't really know the story behind this place. Maybe Tice can do a little cheeky fill me in.
Yep. So the story goes, this used to be a peanut farm, and then after...
That's the story.
That's it. As you might have guessed it, this used to be a peanut farm. But then I think after the Civil War, it was kind of abandoned. So there's no farm no longer. But no peanuts. But it is a really cool surf spot. Apparently the surf only really works at a certain time of year during the peak season. Because the swell's not big enough right now. But right now there is like a few people surfing out there on the point.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit more beautiful and quiet than the other one this morning.
Yeah, if I was here surfing during the season, I would 100% come here. It's probably, I'd say, definitely beautiful.
I mean, I
more
don't
beautiful.
surf, so I don't know.
No, I don't know. I don't mean about the waves. I just mean, yeah, it looks nicer.
Way beautiful, yeah.
Way cooler to chill. Way more of a local, clean feel.
Yeah, it's a lot cleaner.
A lot cleaner.
Beach is much, there's not as many boats and things like that. It's lovely. I really like it. I could definitely sunbake here.
You. He's looking at us.
Ah!
Elephant is actually looking at us.
Someone shoot the elephant.
Oh, really?
When?
See the leg.
Oh, no.
Look.
Why?
Sri Lanka has one of the highest densities of Asian elephants in the whole world, around 6,000 wild elephants on an island roughly the size of Ireland. And as human population grows and farming expands into what was once elephant territory, those two worlds are increasingly colliding. Elephants leave the national park in search for food and water, and find themselves walking through farmland, destroying crops, threatening livelihoods. Farmers, just trying to survive, retaliate. More than 300 elephants are killed in Sri Lanka every single year as a result. And there is no clean villain in this story. There are families who've lost entire harvests overnight, and there are animals who've simply just run out of space.
Thanks for that, Corinne.
We're absolutely stoked. This is our second time. I mean, we've been here for 3 nights, and 2 out of the 3 nights we have come here. Service is fantastic, first of all. Honestly, the waiters, so lovely. The owners, beyond lovely. And the food, exceptional. We've got eggplant, we've got wasabi mashed potato, tuna steaks, cauliflower roasted. Delicious. This place is called Hideaway, and it is an absolute must. We also came here for breakfast this morning, as you saw. So definitely add this to your list. Some other ones that were recommended very, 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 very highly was Emily's. Now this is currently being renovated, so it's shut. We were DMing her though, and she's super lovely. The food is very similar to Brine. I think it's actually, she might be some sort of influence to the restaurant in Brine in Hungama. So we loved that meal and it was absolutely outstanding. So if it's anything like that, you will not just be disappointed. And then another one we got recommended was Gummy. It's Japanese, it looks awesome. So they're the 3 that you definitely need to check out. Otherwise, we can't give you much more than that because everything's shut at the moment. We don't know what's going to be popping up, but we're going to dig in. We're hungry. Time to feast.
This is Sangeeta, one of the managers here, who is absolutely lovely and always talking to us. She makes it such an awesome experience to come and enjoy food here, and also, yeah, she's
Thank
like
you.
a friend now. So we keep coming back.
This is family now.
Yeah, exactly.
Sangeeta manages the Hideaway, one of only 8 or so restaurants in Arugam Bay that stays open all year round. We came back 2 nights in a row because it was that good. But what she told us went beyond the food. Sangeeta has watched this town change season after season, and what worries her isn't the quieter months. It's what the revolving door of seasonal businesses does to the soul of a place like this. When people only rent for the season and then leave in September, they don't take any ownership. They don't take care of what they leave behind. Her argument is simple. If more businesses stayed open all year, more people would treat Arugam Bay like it was actually their home.
Yeah. Alrighty, it is 6 a.m. in the morning here, and we are about to hit the road back to Hiriketia. This sunset, or sunrise, my bad, looks amazing, and it's making me not want to leave. I had such a good time. Me and Abby ate some really awesome food, also got in some awesome surfs. I think we'll definitely be back at this place sooner rather than later. If you did like this video, make sure you subscribe. And if you want more behind the scenes and stuff, we post it all on Instagram, and we answer all of your questions over there and in the comments section. See you later.